What's up, everybody? Check out what I just got in the mail. This is a Rytan RY2000 key punch machine. It's the dual model, so it has a setup for Kwikset and Schlage. Is it Schlage? Schlage? Who the fuck knows? I call it Schlage. Deal with it. Anyways, it's currently set up to cut Schlage. So what you do, the carriage is indexed all the way back in its starting position. So let me just get it out real quick. All right. So this is the key carriage. What you would do is put in a nice Schlage key blank. And we'll use you. SC19. Okay. So we're gonna loosen it a bit. I'm gonna slide it in. Obviously I'm one-handed as I'm recording, but you're gonna get it in there tight, at least try. I don't know if I did the job. And then slide it all the way up. And its first position, or space 1, is now where it's at. This is the depth knob to set the depth of the cut. And so we will do a 9 just to test it and see how it functions. We will maximize its cutting work. Boom. 4, 5, and we'll just go ahead and let it come out because it's only a 5-pin blank. But as you can see, it chopped it right out, and it appears to be dead on. It is right there at the ward line. It appears to be dead on. Of course, that's speaking from eye measurements and not caliper, so I will have to test it to confirm its cutting precision. But to calibrate, this punch is not hard. Calibration can be achieved via some screws to push or pull back the die punch assembly. As you see, whenever I rotate the knobs, they move. Alright. And the indexing is achieved via a bearing that rides inside of these little dimples, kind of like a pack-a-punch, I'd say. But to adjust the depth, there's a screw right there, and you would just give it a nice little twist to adjust the depth accordingly. And there it is. It's riding back in the outside circumference of the depth knob, and the other side is the exact same. To adjust spacing, see, right now this is set up for Schlage, but to change that, you take off that plate that is held in by one itsy bitsy screw, and there is a spacing bar which is right there, and essentially it lifts out. This is going to come screeching back because there's no bar to hold it in place, obviously. But yeah, see, that's it. Those little ridges or ribs get caught by this guy, and that's how spacing is achieved. So to swap it or convert it to Kwikset spacing, you just have to have the Kwikset bar, and it has to be you know, calibrated to your machine already in order for it to work. If it's not calibrated, you just simply adjust that screw if the spacing is off, and depth will remain the same, at least it should, whenever you're swapping out these, because it has nothing to do with this measurement right here. But as you can see, it is now set up for Kwikset spacing. And so you push that forward, and as you can see, that captures inside the ribs, and it retains the carriage in its position. Of course, you don't do this with the cover off. I did it just so you guys can see, but that is how you convert it really quickly from Kwikset to Schlage. Try not to show my floor as it's a mess, and believe it or not, I do give a fuck what people think. So let's go ahead and get this guy back out. All right. Tighten. All right. That's kind of hard to tighten. It doesn't feel like it's got a great hold. So let's do odds. We have 5 spaces. We'll do odds. 1, 3, 5, 7, 5, 3. Of course, I didn't need to do that third one. I just realized that I was not counting. There it is. 1, 3, 5, 7, 5. Boy, howdy, that 7 is a deep cut. Ooh. Of course, we rarely use 7 in Kwikset. Rarely. Often used for master key systems, but it's there in case you want it. So that's not a bad machine. I got this from a fellow Facebook user, Nathan Delkemp. Shout out. Hope you're happy with your framing 2 and duplicator. I wanted this guy because I'm tired of cutting Schlage and Kwikset keys on a framing 2, especially for the Kwikset, because you have to widen the cuts like you do on a Blitz. But with this cutter, obviously, as you can tell, the die and anvil is set up explicitly for Kwikset, so it produces a factory widened cut on impact, which is exactly what I wanted it for, so that I can speed up my residential and most of my commercial rekeys. So, and also instead of running out of pre-cuts, that I can just walk up to a facility, pull their lock, and load it and pin it to my pre-cuts. I mean, I can produce as many pre-cuts as I want now. If I wanted, I could, attach a few dice and I could roll for bidding measurements. But anyway, this is the machine, and I just wanted to showcase it. It's not one that's seen often. In fact, I thought they were discontinued for quite a long time. I just don't believe they're popular, because this machine retails for about, I'd say like $1,200, and you can buy a bunch of fantastic equipment for $1,200. The way that screw is set at an angle is, boy, that just looks troubling to me. It doesn't look right, but it is. It's just an odd configuration right there. But as you can see, this is brand new and it's beautiful. This is Rytan, in case you guys have no vision and can't see that. So that's it, guys. Very cool. Very, very cool machine. Let me just go through what it all comes with factory. Obvious as day, instruction manual. This they probably included a bunch of literature for advertising, because these companies want to sell you everything in their catalog, because everything's so damn expensive. Okay. got a lot of nickel brass keys. Yeah, this is a catalog. Attached is the Allen wrench that they probably have included for servicing or calibration. I have that key machine, the RY2000, best duplicator ever. Recommend it 100%. It's old too. Look at that offer. 2016 expires 2016. I need that. Look at that. Clear shield and more advertisements for their duplicators. See, my duplicator has that as well, and it's fucking awesome. So I'm just saying, if you have a Rytan 100 or 200, buy that. I mean, that's awesome. Here we are. Advertisement literature for this machine. The single punch is 815 and the dual is 1171. And there are the configurations. As you can tell, I have Schlage and Kwikset. But I do believe that you can just buy different knobs and anvil. No, see, it's not as adaptable as I want it to be. All right, I promise I'm going to end this video shortly, but you can't just replace the knob and the slider because the vise and the anvils all correspond to certain manufacturing specifications. So in order to swap, say, like this side out for interchangeable core, you'd have to replace this, and this, and this. So you'd have to replace the die and the anvil setup and the knob and the spacer. So this machine is probably forever going to be just these two identities. Anyway, hope you enjoyed my video. Hope you learned something. If you have questions, feel free to comment below. Subscribe, like the video, let me know how I'm doing, and if there's anything you want to see that I may be able to help with, let me know.